striker was the first Everton striker in 40 years to score 25 goals in successive seasons. Has remained the lead scorer in the Premier League. Intervention from Zuma, Bernard hoping that he could get Richarlison into the play. Zuma battling with his close friend Paul Pogba, and then Sigurdsson brought down by Fred.
Yeah, a little clip. And I think Sigurdsson, you know, was looking to turn there with the intent to smack one at goal. I think that was probably coming next before he felt the contact from Fred. He might have a go from here. Very quickly, and he has to react instinctively. And on the second one, he wasn't properly set, Richarlison. He's just had a wild swing on his weaker side and was nowhere close.
Rashford almost in. It was a vital touch from Digne to get it away.
Yeah, it might prove a healing moment from Barcelona for De Gea.
Everton significantly ahead of Manchester United in terms of possession up to this point. A lot of it in decent areas as well. Certainly no hiding place for a goalkeeper. And inexplicable error from De Gea. Fixed opposition, but he broke that against Chelsea. Now scores the opener against Manchester United.
And remember, from a couple of weeks ago, we were uncertain about the throw-in, whether it was legal or not quite. And it is, because he has part of his foot on the line before he drags it back, Digne. And it's perfectly legitimate.
Well, it was an early goal against Arsenal, an early goal against United as well. Everton really building up a head of steam here.
And he'll be feeling it. Hot under the collar at the moment, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Corner number 4. And Sigurdsson out swinger. Has no work to do here with a well-blocked blow from Digne. His compatriot Paul Pogba, Zuma and Keane. It's a little collision between the two as they try to get back to their feet. The referee saw that for what it was and has awarded Everton a throw. And another throw. And now Digne will try and create an immediate action replay. And Digne again giving himself a decent run-up as he hurls it in. Not quite the flat trajectory he wanted that time, and ultimately it's a goal kick.
Yeah. That time it came off the back of Zuma.
Here's another view of the goal, and was the boot raised dangerously here? There's also a swinging arm there towards Pogba.
Yeah, I don't think Dalot is near enough to be able to get his head that close. I think there's sufficient distance between foot and head.
Helpful by Bernard. Sigurdsson looking for Calvert-Lewin. Here is Digne. Bernard back to Digne. Another corner. That left flank could be absolutely crucial for Everton today. Digne has an outstanding record this season. No defender in the Premier League's created anything like the number of chances of him. And up against Victor Lindelof in a position that he's not used to.
Digne has taken to life on Merseyside extremely well.
Digne's delivery. Calvert-Lewin couldn't quite adjust his feet quickly enough. Coleman. Digne's delivery blocked by Fred, but out of play for another corner. 6 without reply for Everton.
Drop it in there, just drop it in between the posts. That's all Lucas Digne has to do now, because Manchester United are not being decisive on these.
Deeper delivery. Well met by Smalling. Sigurdsson. Just in behind Digne. Sigurdsson. Just in behind Digne. Well, these are the ramifications for the top of the table as things stand at the moment. You can see Everton up to 7th, courtesy of that goal, ahead of Watford on goal difference. United will stay 6th, or would stay 3 points adrift of third place Tottenham. They could expect probably to be 5 points adrift of the top 3 at the end of the day. Long time to go.
Yeah, it might be a tougher way back for Manchester United than they think. Because Everton have managed clean sheets here against Liverpool, Chelsea and Arsenal.
Yeah, that defensive record has improved markedly in recent weeks. A task now to thwart another Big Six attack. And that wasn't too far away from Rashford.
Well, he had a decision to make to try and take it on the run, which might have been difficult, and he chose to let it bounce. And of course the angle becomes more problematic for him, but the ball from Pogba here is absolutely exquisite. It just takes the Everton defence out of it, and maybe he regrets that decision to let it come across his body, Marcus Rashford, and then just try to flick it over Pickford.
Jones doesn't appear to be moving particularly easily, Phil Jones, after a knock he picked up to the knee a couple of minutes ago. Free kick's been given against Richarlison. Following his fellow Brazilian Fred. Here's Smalling now for United.
Yeah, and on the Everton goal, Pogba took a bit of a bash as well.
He was left holding his head in the aftermath, as were those on the United bench. The stony face of Ed Woodward. Well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer first took over United's results on the road were exemplary. A club record 9 away wins in a row in all competitions. Culminated in that extraordinary turnaround at the Parc des Princes against PSG, but they've lost every away match since. And if they can't turn this around, defeat today would make it the first time they've suffered 5 successive losses on the road in all competitions since 1981.
I was there in Cardiff for his opening game when they hit 5, and the courage, the expression on the ball was all lovely. They've lost some of that of late.
Good advantage play by the referee as Rashford's ball in is then dealt with by Coleman. Great jump from Calvert-Lewin, so adept at bringing his teammates into the play. Bernard. Sigurdsson and Richarlison, Coleman making his way forward. A little bit too optimistic in the end from Richarlison.
I've said it before about Idrissa Gueye. I think he was born tackling. Yeah, and he's quite late, isn't he? Then that's a sore one on the foot of Fred. He's looking across, isn't he, Rashford? I just wonder whether he's now realising that might be a bit too far, but he can unleash with that knuckleball, that Ronaldo-type strike.
Rashford going for goal. Well, it was that knuckleball strike that he delivered, but didn't get the dip.
Yeah, they try and hit the valve, don't they, to try and get the ball to come down a bit quicker. Not quite then.
The perpetrator of the ball challenge rather than the recipient this time. It's Calvert-Lewin that has gone to ground.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they're difficult to figure out, aren't they? It looks like Calvert-Lewin's committing a foul the way he's trying to block off the movement from Fred.
Schneiderlin. Trying to feather the ball around the corner for Richarlison. Had to play for a United throw. Lukaku. Holding it up and then taking on Keane.
Well, that's not good, is it? That doesn't reflect well on Manchester United. Nobody making a run into the box. I said that about Lukaku as well in the West Ham game last week. For me, he spends too much time in wide areas, crossing for others. He should be on the end of those.
Particularly today when he has two orthodox wingers, or men playing as orthodox wingers outside him.
Yeah, Manchester United feel hard done by here.
Gay. Zuma. Now Keane. A scoopful by Schneiderlin.
Yeah, he tried to make the best he could of it, didn't he, Richarlison? But that's what we were talking about earlier with Schneiderlin. You know, the defensive side of his game is stronger than that. Fred.
Martial this time with an opportunity to run at the Everton back line, looking for Lukaku. Zuma had tracked him from a central position. Here's Fred now. There are 4 in the penalty area this time, and they win their first corner.
Yeah, and Fred is arguing with Pogba, because when he had the ball in his own half initially, before that move really developed, Pogba wanted it fed to him, and Pogba's had a right pop at him. And Manchester United might need a little bit of that to sort themselves out, because they've been very shy in what they've produced so far.
Lukaku trying to make life difficult for Pickford. The ball didn't make life difficult for any Evertonian. Counter-attack is on. Sigurdsson making his way through the middle. It just took a while for the cavalry to arrive in support, but he's taken it on again. Oh, what a finish from Gylfi Sigurdsson. A magnificent goal to double Everton's advantage and compound Manchester United's misery. Classic counter-attacking football, and Sigurdsson unleashes from the best part of 35 yards.
Well, I've been sitting here watching Sigurdsson and thinking he's likely to do something today. I didn't quite know it was going to be that, but Matic initially thinks that he slowed it all down, and then he doesn't react to the movement inside. It's too easy for Sigurdsson to come in and have the space opened up to hit it. And De Gea's vulnerable. He's been exposed in this position. And it's a great hit. I mean, it really is, and you can't blame the keeper on that one, but you can have a look at Matic and say, what happened?
They're at it again. It's been a graveyard for top 6 clubs here at Goodison Park over the last few months or so. A chastening defeat in Barcelona. At the moment, it could be followed by a chastening defeat at Everton for Manchester United.
Yeah, that's not going to work. I just think, though, from the word go, we know that Everton don't over-elaborate on the ball. They have that direct aggression, and there's plenty of expression, don't get me wrong. They can play some nice football, Everton, but Manchester United have looked uncomfortable from the start, and they don't look to be cohesive enough to deal with this threat from the blue side. Manchester City might be looking forward to going to Old Trafford on Wednesday.
Bernard tackled himself in the end, but what an opening half hour for Everton. What a torrid opening half hour for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like feeling of Michael Carrick and their men. Well, the league defeats under Solskjaer have come in the last 2 away games. Losses at Arsenal and Wolves, where they were significantly below their best. If they are beaten again today, it'll be the first time they've lost 3 successive away league games since 1996. Well, that particular run under Sir Alex Ferguson that season was no impediment to them winning the title, but this one could be a huge impediment to their top four aspirations.
Paul Pogba grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck last season. He needs to do it again. He's got to be careful, Idrissa Gueye, on that yellow card.
Free kick taken backwards, but from the wrong place. The referee just had a little word, no more than that. Final warning. That's now 46 goals conceded by United this season. That's their most in a league campaign since 1990. If they let in another two between now and the end of the season, it'll be their worst defensive performance in 40 years or so.
Yeah, Manchester United seem to be looking to now release the likes of Lukaku and co with early ball from midfield.
Bernard. Calvert-Lewin's contribution always acknowledged and appreciated by the Goodison faithful. Richarlison. Coleman. And a smiling challenge from Diogo Dalot. And this was the last touch, over the line for another corner.
Yeah, there's more composure on the ball from the home side. There's good running again from Coleman. We saw it from Dino on a couple of occasions earlier on.
Usual suspects lurking with intent inside that Manchester United penalty area. Rashford grappling with Keane as he made his way towards the ball. Digne. Sigurdsson. Attacked by Lindelof with Richarlison. Jones' initial clearance brought aside a little bit of time. Sigurdsson's strength gets the ball over the line for an Everton throw.
He's been at the hub, Sigurdsson, from very early in this first half.
Bernard trying to win it back. Beaten by the much taller man, Matic.
Martial and Rashford, perhaps a temporary swap.
Rashford coming in off that left flank in tandem here with Dalot. Richarlison just couldn't quite keep it in after Keane's clearance. By Coleman, under pressure from Martial. Martial just unsuccessful in his attempts to try and buy a corner. this the goal that's lit up Goodison Park.
Yeah, just too easy. And, you know, he must have expected it to be tougher. Yeah, you've always got to, with his technical ability, you've always got to take a chance from that kind of range. But the space that opened up was embarrassing, really, from an away perspective.
Well, Sigurdsson that wrecked Louis van Gaal's first match in charge of United. You may remember he scored the winner for Swansea at Old Trafford that day. He also scored there this season. 9 attempts to 3 in Everton's favour, and they've still had all of the attempts on target so far. Incidentally, it was Sigurdsson's 20th goal for Everton. 14 have come this season, 13 of them in the Premier League. It's easily the most prolific Premier League campaign he's had in his career.
Yeah, and outdoing Richarlison now, one better than the Brazilian.
Here is Martial's United, look to try and get themselves back into the game. Digne sliding the ball out for a throw. Lindelof. Poppers attempts to take the ball on the half-turn. The tail by Schneiderlin, but out with the laws of the game, according to the referee, who's given United a free kick in a promising position.
Yeah, I think there was a piece of Pogba before he did get his foot to the ball, Schneiderlin. Much to the disagreement of the home support, naturally.
In the penalty area, Smalling just on the edge of the box here as Rashford flights it in. It was a routine defensive header, and Sigurdsson just whacks it forward so that Everton could push out and regain their shape behind the ball. Perfect, but Digne very light the run of Rashford. Fall from Bernard. Brilliantly done. Calvert-Lewin. Bernard in support for him. Just couldn't quite feather it into his path, and Jones, hurt in making the challenge, has stayed down, and play will stop.
Yeah, he'd had a knock earlier on, hadn't he? Which he was having problems with, and he might have just compounded that. I mean, he's won it nice and cleanly. Oh yeah, he slipped as he tried to get up. That's caused the problem. The challenge was non-contact. Yeah, and as he tried to get up.
Well, you would imagine if he can't continue, they would bring Ashley Young on at right back and move Lindelof into the middle. That would be the easiest way of shuffling things around, but they've got so much to think about after another disappointing first half performance here.
Well, they do. It's just not convincing. It's just unimpressive, off the pace, and just highly disappointing. He was hoping for a reaction from the new camp and the recent run of results, you know, based on what he said about some of his players and that drop in intensity, and we've not seen it. I mean, the ball from Pogba, the diagonal to get Rashford in earlier on, that's been about their kind of biggest threat in the game.
Another illustration of Everton being so much sharper. Richarlison straight out to Gea.
Yeah, and not helped by that. I mean, he's turned his back on it, and then it's just a really giveaway Charles gets the chance to open up himself. There's another slip as well in the process. I mean, it's looking like a mess.
Manchester United ahead in terms of possession, but that's a byproduct really of Everton being back up the pressure and hit on the counter-attack, which they already seen once can be such a useful weapon in their armoury. Coleman sliding in, but his was the last touch.
That's what they sort of that honest endeavour, and that's what they're getting today.
Bernard finding Digne. Then finding Calvert-Lewin, who will take Smalling. Centre-halves don't come forward this time. Zuma.
Everton in the sunshine, Manchester United in the dark.
Plenty of opportunity to run round the ball and deliver. And a small heads away. So much space for Gay in the midfield. Pass towards Coleman, who didn't make anything of it, but he did that and up deck again. Another kick to Everton.
Yeah, that's Manchester United won as we close in on time now. Have to defend one of these. Yeah, he just gets caught wrong side with Charleston. I think he's milking the moment. That fellow.
With a hard space for Sigurdsson to try and hit. Dallo with the initial header. Well, further clear by Nemanja Matic. And Coleman making sure that he turned the right way. The crowd relish that moment. Here's Coleman again. Too much between it in terms of the number of passes. Everton's have been more accurate up to this point, but big difference in terms of what the end product has been in the 40 minutes. Everton have been much the better team.
I think they're more productive, Jim, because they're more together in what they're trying to produce. I mean, Manchester United are not offering that in reply.
Another saw one for Richarlison. Sigurdsson.
Well, he's been using some of Fergie's tactics, hasn't he? The hairdryer during this break.
Needs to do something to elicit a performance from Manchester United. Defensive insecurities have been there in recent weeks. It's the first time actually since the treble-winning season that United have now conceded in 11 successive games. You've got to go back to they completed the back end of February.
But that was his point of it early during in terms of the build, that defence.
No, it's something that he was talking about this week. He made no bones about the fact that there would have to be a lot of money invested in the transfer market to be able to get United up to the point at which they want to be.
Well, they've given him the job, and they have to back it up now financially. Yeah, Richarlison has been ailing for a few minutes now.
He's been in the wars pretty much all the way through the game, but it's the latest bang to the ribcage that seemingly has caused him the principal problem here. Theo Walcott would be the natural replacement of those on the Everton bench.
Although Lookman, for me, deserves more of a run. Just give that youth a chance to develop, because Walcott hasn't exactly set the place alight. Yeah, it was that landing that caused them the problem with the ribs, as you mentioned, Jim. Trying to wriggle his way through. Does he come back on the boot? Perhaps.
Well, the half-time interval will, of course, give them 15 minutes to assess the severity of any problem. But the 15 minutes in the Manchester United dressing room will be absolutely crucial. So much to assess from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's point of view. Charleston back on for the time being. Here's Lukaku trying to guide it on. Easy for Pickford, who hasn't had a save to make from a Manchester United attempt on target in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think midway through this half, that instruction came to actually be.
Again, expertly guided down by Calvert-Lewin. So adept with his back to the direction of play. Gay. Zuma. Leaving Matic in his wake, and Everton have left Manchester United in theirs. An excellent first 45 minutes. Goals from Richarlison and Sigurdsson compounding Manchester United's recent misery, staring down the barrel now of a 6 defeat in the last 8 games in all competitions, and further dilution of their Champions League hopes. Everton's Europa League aspirations strengthened by this. Everton 2, Manchester United 0.
Well, Everton on their way to adding Manchester United to the likes of Chelsea and Arsenal, who they've dispatched in recent weeks at Goodison. Work to do at the wheel at half-time.
Canada Dry Ginger Ale.
I saw you skip that ad.
Sorry.
I skipped them too.
But you cannot skip real ginger taste and real juice. Try Canada Dry Ginger Ale and Lemonade, now in diet.
Anyone can go fast, but is fast enough? Or do you want speed and style? Introducing performance born of refinement.
$4 a month plus 4 free smartphones when you switch.
Now jump!
Cut.
Jump!
Lunch.
Go to DaveandBusters.com to download your coupon now. Only at Dave & Buster's.
Why settle for a one-note grab-and-go breakfast when the McDonald's kitchen is a sizzling, toasty symphony? It's time to wake up breakfast with McDonald's.
Introducing a new destination for anyone who wants to grow their money knowledge. For yourself, your family, your future. It's time to invest in you. Ready, set, grow. Go to cnbc.com/investinYou.
Selling your house is hard. From prep to open houses to hoping for offers. But what if you could sell your house in just a few days with hoping for offers. But what if you could sell your house in just a few days with no hassle? Now you can with Simple Sale from HomeLight. Just answer a few quick questions about your house. We'll collect offers from our network of cash buyers and introduce you to the highest bidder. Now, selling is simple. To see your Simple Sale price, go to homelight.com/simple today.
At touchofmodern.com, things you'd never think possible are totally attainable. The shoes are handmade, the furniture glows, the drones fly themselves. And that's just the beginning. Our relentless pursuit of the highest quality in watches, fashion, tech, and home are available all in one place. touchofmodern.com. We bring something new and unexpected to your life every day. So go to touchofmodern.com and be the first to discover all the novel and noteworthy items the world has to offer.
Welcome to Premier League Halftime, presented by Volkswagen. Take a look at the top 10, how things can change after 45 minutes of football. If it stays this way, United stay in 6th and Everton move into that best of the rest spot of 7th. 49 points. What a result it would be for Everton if they can hang on against Manchester United. Robbie Earle, Carl Martino, alongside myself, Rebecca Lowe, this morning in the studio. Let's bring you those Geico first half highlights. And Robbie, after 11 minutes, Richarlison getting in on the action.
And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be absolutely going through those players and letting them know that that isn't good enough. That was back to Jose Mourinho days. And this wasn't Barcelona. This was Everton. And Manchester United had no spirit, had no had no players who took control of this situation, and I think somebody has said on social media, there's no Mourinho to blame here now. There's nobody to hide behind. That's as bad as it's been for Manchester United for a long, long time.
You agree?
Yeah, and we don't mention Mourinho a lot lately, but let's mention him in a good way. Last season, they were excellent defensively. I mean, last season, they conceded half as many goals than they have at this point. I mean, the worst defensive season they've ever had in the Premier League right now. They had 19 clean sheets last year. So De Gea, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, the ball's going in left and right. It's the spirit and the sort of the improvisation that's been good, but the defensive issues have gotten worse now.
Okay, let's just clarify one of the interpretations of one of the laws of the game regarding a throw-in. A couple of weeks ago, Luca Digne took a throw-in for Everton against Arsenal, which led to a goal with his foot on the line, but peeking over the line as well. The goal stood. Again today, with that first goal, the throw-in came from Luca Digne, and again on and over the line. Now, we spoke to Mike Riley, the head of the Professional Referees Association in the UK, and he said the thrower must have a part of each foot on the touchline or on the ground outside the touchline, and so Digne's throw is complying with this, a part of each foot on the touchline or on the ground outside it, which means it is not a foul throw, it is okay, and it leads to a legitimate goal. So Richarlison then put Everton 1 up, and a long-range beauty from Gylfi Sigurdsson gave Everton that cushion. Can they hold